Sports Blitz Live is on the air with full coverage of the Auburn Tigers,
Touchdown Auburn!
the Alabama Crimson Tide,
Off to the inside, intercepted Alabama. Touchdown!
and everything college and high school sports. Now, let's join Andy, Brett, Randy, and Luke for this edition of Sports Blitz Live.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday evening. Welcome into the latest edition of Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham alongside my good friend Jim Hardy this evening. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We will be with you for the next 2 hours, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of sports. Auburn takes care of the Samford Bulldogs. Now conference season awaits as they will head to College Station to take on the Texas A&M Aggies this weekend. That should be a very interesting game. Things in Tuscaloosa continue to be, well, let's just say not good as they go to South Florida, and it was just a really, really ugly game, 3-3 at the half, and Alabama benches Tyler Buckner and puts in Ty Simpson. He has one or two good throws, but it sounds like they're going back to Jalen Milroe. At least Jalen Milroe, that's the answer, I guess, that they've come up with. We'll see. They have Ole Miss coming to Tuscaloosa this weekend, so there again, a very interesting matchup to start conference play. We'll talk about these things. Our friend Luke Robinson will join us, hopefully, and we'll get his thoughts on Alabama and what's going on there in Tuscaloosa. He had a lot to say last week, and I'm sure that his feelings have not changed all that much. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the SEC, break that down a little bit. Obviously, a lot of games going on around the country. Colorado continues to be a major story in college football. But you got high school football this past week and coming up. You got NFL football starting. I don't know if you watched football last night, but Nick Chubb played at Georgia. Kind of one of those really ugly injuries last night. He done for the year, but
ACL, MCL?
Looked like a bit of both.
Okay.
It was. I don't know. It looked bad. Let's just say that. Braves are on a 4-game skid, but at least I think Ronald Acuna led off the game first pitch with a home run. Tonight, maybe that'll get them back on the right track with Spencer Strider on the mound. So we'll talk about these things and much more. Love to hear from you. Love for you to be a part of the program. 256-234-6221. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. As always, you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page at Sports with a Z and comment away. And we'll get to as many of those as we can throughout the show tonight. Jim, good to see you. How have you been?
Oh, doing just fine. How about you?
Not too bad.
You've been making a lot of that front pocket money?
You know it. That's why I do what I do, man. Well, you know me, but for sure. We'll talk about Auburn and Alabama. Usually when Luke's here, I give him the option which one you want to go first. But since you're here with me tonight and we're both Auburn guys, I figure we'll just start with Auburn a little bit and we'll kind of move around and go wherever it takes us. But Auburn takes care of Samford 45-13. Again, Auburn turns the ball over a few times. Really, you could say 4 times because they went for it on a 4th and 1 in plus territory and did not get it.
Right.
That's a turnover too, essentially. But you have that on one hand, but on the other hand, Peyton Thorne finally plays maybe the game we all wanted him to play.
Right. Yeah, I think he really, this time, by leaving him in the game, letting him have a lot of plays, he really got comfortable in that offense and established himself. I think I read some of the statistics the other day and then rewatched the game and kind of watched it. He didn't miss a lot of his reads this time. Like when it was there, he saw it. He's starting to – people, sometimes we get overhyped on a guy and we think, okay, gosh, he came from Michigan State. He's ready to go. He's a upperclassman. He needs to know all these things. But we also got to put it in perspective. He's really not been in that offense very long at all. So you're
Didn't even go through the spring.
Yeah, you're asking him to go out there and perform from day one, and he's really been there a couple months. I mean, in football terms. So he's learning on the fly. I think that he's picked it up. He showed in that game he's got some wheels that most people didn't give him credit for. So I don't think we're as in bad a need as we once were of people thinking, oh, we got to get Robbie in there and let him run. Peyton seems to feet works just fine.
You know, I 123 rushing yards in this game. I'm not sure where to go with that. I'm not sure what to do with that.
Right.
I would say normally, and I would, I don't think he'll have 123 rushing yards in any other game the rest of the year.
I wouldn't say that.
I say that, but then I think, well, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd have one game with 123 rushing yards. So
I think it kind of goes back to one of the things that I've said before on the show is the defense on every play is going to give you something. If they start taking away those pass lanes like he's got, I don't have a problem with him picking up 10 to 12 and taking off.
he's a little bit more fleet of foot than I think most people were expecting. So that's a very positive thing. And he did throw the ball well. It's not like he didn't do anything other than those. He threw it for almost 300 yards and could have thrown for over 300 yards if they really wanted to. So made some really nice throws.
Did you hear the statistic? He was 14 yards or 16, whatever it was, away from being the only quarterback in Auburn history to throw for 300 and run for 100.
Yeah, that's
only in history. Gus, even during the interview of that, said, Gus, good Lord.
Yeah.
Hugh even said in that, if somebody would have told me, he said, I would have possibly given him the chance. He said, I'd at least thought about it.
Sure. Auburn has played 3 games. They're 3-0.
Right.
Now, I think at the beginning of the year, everybody, and I know most everybody on our programs, looked at that and said Auburn should be 3-0 going to Texas A&M. Mm-hmm. We all expected them to be 3-0. So they're right on track. Now, the next 3 games, at Texas A&M, Georgia, at LSU.
Right.
If we're all honest and we're looking at it and take our orange and blue glasses off, I think you have to say if Auburn can go 1-2, they'd be fortunate.
Yeah, I would say based off the level of competition, based off of the rankings of Georgia and LSU, that's really – you're asking this young team of Auburn, not young in age but young in experience because they haven't played in the system that long. You're asking them to do a lot against the number 1 team in the country, possibly by the time LSU gets in there, top 5 in the country. I know they're up there in the top 10. A&M, as I said back in the springtime and the summer when we were talking out here, they've got the opportunity – even though they lost to Miami, they played really good as far as in certain areas. I think they've still got the opportunity to explode on some people. I mean, we're not going into no easy environment in Texas A&M by no means. No.
You kind of like those 11 a.m. matchups because I think it takes the crowd out of the game to some degree. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, that's Hugh Freeze kind of echoed that in his press conference. Auburn has had in those first 3 games what I like to call teachable moments. Mm-hmm. I mean, they've made some mistakes. Hugh Freeze talked about Peyton Thorne making, I think he said it was 3 bad decisions against UMass. Mm-hmm. And he talked about some of the decisions he made. Obviously, the first turnover of the game and against Cal, and some maybe other ones that he didn't really like. It was not a great game for Peyton Thorne until the 4th quarter. In this one, in the game against Samford, he made 2 bad decisions. One of them you could kind of, Auburn's got 1st and goal at the 1,
right?
And we get nothing out of it. Mm-hmm. But you try to throw on 1st and 2nd down. I'm fine with that because you're trying to experiment and do some things. Then you jump off sides and you're 3rd and 6,
right?
And you roll out to the sideline and he tries to force it and it's.
I think those kind of calls early in the game is we already felt like as a coaching staff they were going to get to 40, get to 50 points in the game, so we can go ahead and do some silliness in the first. Shouldn't call it silliness, but experimentation. Yeah. That to me, just being an old ball coach and understand how these games work, you don't count points till they're on the board. If I'm on the 1 yard line, I'm going to take that big old truck of an offensive line I got and walk in for 1 yard. I'm not going to sit down there and be cute. Yeah,
you start thinking about it, and I thought about this 1 or 2 ways, like you were just saying. But if Auburn, has got 1st and goal at the 1, I don't care if we're playing the 85 Bears. you know, I would expect us to do against anybody to just line up and run 3 plays if that's what it takes to get in.
Yes.
If you got first and goal at the 1.
I don't care. I'm with you. I don't care the team. A Sanford, A&M, Ole Miss, whoever it is. If you're on the 1 and you can't get a damn yard, then we don't need to be playing ball anyway.
True.
That's 1 yard.
The other bad decision he made was the one he threw into double coverage down the field, and he got picked off in the end zone when it was a wide open guy coming.
I kind of get the feel he was in the moment and getting excited, and he wanted to make one of those big plays to light things up. And sometimes, like what they showed in that play when he threw into double coverage, if he checks that down, the guy over there in the flat is over there by himself for 15 yards.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those, what you said, coachable moments. He's got to learn every once in a while, the home run ain't the way to go. Let's check down and take the third route that's sitting under there, get us a safe 15, and go the next play.
So the question to me is, and I wrote about this in my column, is Auburn learning from their mistakes? Because, you know, if they are, I think they got a good chance to go out and play well and maybe even steal a game in College Station.
Right.
But if you continue to make the same mistakes, if you turn the ball over 4 times out there, they're not going to win.
Right.
You can't continue to make those kind of mistakes in those critical moments, like a fumble late when you're trying to put the game away. You know, first and goal at the 1 and you get no points out of it.
Right.
Those kind of things just can't happen in conference play.
Yeah, typically on road games in the SEC, you've got to get off to a good start.
Yeah.
If we get off to a, 10-0 kind of start, that gives us some confidence and we can play. I think if it turns around the other way and we're 14-0 down after the first quarter, some of these guys that have not played a lot together and got continuity together, some of them will want to wilt a little bit and quit because they're kind of like, we're on the road, these guys are better than us, I'm not going to give max effort.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, well, up against our first break here on Sports Blitz Live. We appreciate all of you out there being with us. We're just getting started, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Sportz Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama, is home-owned and home-operated. If you're looking for tires, they have it. If you're looking for a vehicle, they have them. Great selection. Always out looking for more just for you, the customer. And if you're looking for service, whether you buy the vehicle from them or whether you buy the vehicle somewhere else, they do service work and got a great crew there. Keep us in mind. Don't you go by Sportz Auto Sales on Highway 280 in Kellyton today.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
The coast is here. Wharf Casual Seafood is serving up all your favorites: shrimp and grits, po' boys, tacos, seafood platters, and so much more. Don't miss out on our famous loaded fried green tomatoes. Wharf Casual Seafood is located on Highway 280 next to Regions Bank.
Hello, I'm Karen Chanel, your State Farm agent in Alexander City, Alabama, and the greater Lake Martin area. I want to talk to you a little bit today about your discounts. How many of you are entitled to discounts that you may or may not be receiving? One of the easiest discounts on your homeowner's insurance is that of having a fire extinguisher. Coupled with a deadbolt lock and a smoke alarm, that gives you an automatic discount on your homeowner's policy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Jim here with you until 9 o'clock this evening. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Give us a call, 256-234-6221. This segment brought to you by Sunshine Heating and Air, one of our great sponsors here on Sports Blitz Live. They can help you out with all your heating and cooling needs. Kevin Keel and his crew always do a fantastic job, very professional, and they absolutely know that business backwards and forwards. Give them a call today. And turning a little cool. I mean, you go outside at night, man, you can early in the morning kind of feel that fall. Boy, that's nice.
I'm an outside guy. I love to get out there and just on my farm, ride on the golf cart in the evenings. And, buddy, you're talking about when you hit it right at sunset and it's 60s and
Can't
70s.
Beat it.
Oh, my
Can't
goodness.
beat it. 256-825-4849. Sunshine Heating and Air. Jim, you got a little something going on. You're a philanthropist yourself.
Oh, my.
You give a lot back. You created an organization where Outdoor Friends Forever, and you've telling how many giveaways and things that y'all have done over the years, but it's about that time, and we got something else coming up.
Yeah, we got something going on for everybody out there listening. You got 8 more days to get into it. It's basically going to the end of September that we're selling tickets or donation for a ticket to get into the drawing. What this is a 30 guns in 30 days drawing. So I don't know. I'll kind of hold that up from there, and you'll be able to see it. And you can also see them on our website if you want to see it. It's outdoorfriendsforever.com and outdoorfriendsforever.org. Basically, what you're buying is a $30 donation gets you one of these tickets. And so for the entire month of October, every single day we're going to draw a gun. So for break it down, for $1 a day, you get a chance to go in for a gun. Well, the guns are listed on the ticket. They go from anywhere from about $200 and something a gun all the way up to there's a gun on there almost $3,000. So for $1, you could win a $3,000 gun. All the donations are going in to the pool for where we carry these kids into the outdoors, hunting, fishing, gardening. We've built ramps for them. We do all kinds of things just to get kids outdoors. There's a lot of, youth out there, normal everyday kids that get outside all the time. These special kids sometimes need a little extra help and need a little extra things to get them out there, and that's what we're raising the money for, to be able to buy them that fishing pole and get them out there fishing. We got guys like Andy over here with his front pocket money that he's willing to help out. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to leave it up to Andy because he's coming up with a question for you guys, almost a trivia, in the next segment. So be watching and paying attention. In the next segment, he's going to give you a trivia question to win one of these for free. So if you get it right, you're the first to call in the show. Is that correct?
I think we're going to do that, yeah.
Call in the show with the answer to Andy's question, then you can win this ticket or one of these tickets. If you would like to purchase some of them, again, go on our website. All you do is hit the donate button. You donate your $30, and we will give you a ticket. We're not selling you anything. We just take in donations. So hope everybody gets a chance to get them a ticket, and I hope everybody that draws, get your name drawn out so you can win you a nice gun.
No limit. You could win all 30, I guess.
Yeah, we don't. Theoretically, there's nothing on the website that if you buy a ticket, you're in the drawing. So
now once your ticket comes out,
correct,
you're done, or does it go back in?
Right. Now that's the difference in it. Once you buy a ticket, then if you've drawn out for a gun, then that ticket is out of the drawing.
So
we're
you
not going to
buy
keep throwing
30
it
tickets.
Back. But if you buy 30, then and it's interesting that you say that. Right in the center of the ticket, if you guys will look at it on the website, there is actually a mega drawing going on as well in the regular little drawing. If you buy 30 tickets, we've only got 10 slots for it, and we've already sold 9 of them now, people that have bought 30 tickets. what happens for those 30 tickets is there's 2 major prizes that's going on. We got a shotgun that'll be in that group that's over $3,000 for one shotgun for that group only. Only those 10 people get drawn for a gun of that caliber. And we've got which Andy knows him, a donated fully guided fishing trip on any lake in the state of Alabama with our buddy Greg Vinson, professional Major League Fishing Pro. We'll take you out there, show you how to use electronics, throw the baits, fix you a sandwich. I mean, I know him real well. He and I are best friends, and he'll do a lot. He loves helping our kids. He comes to the events all the time, so he's a great guy. So if you want to be in a drawing for the mega drawing to be able to win a day with Greg or win a $3,000 shotgun, only 10 people is going to get to do it, and there's 9 of them already in it. So if you want to hit the website and go ahead and get one of those 30 packs, you can do it. And when you buy 30 tickets, you're also in the regular drawing 30 times. So you could theoretically, as Andy said, win every day.
How about that?
Every day plus a trip with a Major League Fishing Pro.
A shotgun made of gold.
There you go.
All right. Well, okay, there you go. 30 guns in 30 days, and all, obviously this goes for a good cause as well. So we're going to have a trivia question in the next segment. First one to call in with the correct answer gets a ticket for free, and your name will go into the drawing.
That's correct.
And you'll get a chance. This drawing takes place from October 1st to October.
It is actually, I want to say it starts on the 28th.
28th,
29th of September. So the last 2 days of September and the entire month of October.
Okay.
They'll be going down. So September the 29th is the first gun we'll be giving away. All of it will be on our website, as far as I'll have a live drawing to where you'll be able to see whoever we choose to draw the tickets out, and everything will be, we love to say above board, so people can watch their name being drawn. No secrets, no nothing. They'll all be in the same hat, and you get to watch your name come out.
All right. That sounds good.
We got a
comment,
Andy. We got Tony says, some of my coworkers have Ole Miss winning the West.
It's possible. They're 3-0. There are fewer and fewer SEC teams that are undefeated at the moment.
That's correct.
So, just by watching it, and I was thinking about this today, and of course, in anticipation of talking to Luke and get his thoughts. But I mean, how could you not right now look just from the eye test? Look, if you've been watching football, and say, how could I not pick Ole Miss to win this game Saturday?
Right.
Now, there is a factor in there, and I put a caveat to say, unless Kiffin figures out a way to screw this up.
Right.
I think right now, I feel like Ole Miss, Alabama's ripe for the taking. And Ole Miss can go in there. If they do that, if they were able to go on the road, go into Tuscaloosa and win, why not them being the favorite?
Well, and that absolutely. I mean, point well taken, that if you go in there to what everybody seems to think is the ones that's going to win the West and expose them like they've tried to been exposed the last couple of weeks. Texas done it. Now South Florida's doing it or done it to them. Is this overall blitzing that offensive line, those young guys that are up there, they haven't had a lot of playing together. And as I told you earlier, it almost looks like at times as a solo cup with a bunch of holes in it, they're shooting people through that offensive line left and right. And I know you want to give Jalen Milroe a hard time, you want to give Buckner a hard time, but you're also asking them to do a lot when their life's on the line every time they're trying to throw a pass.
Yeah.
They're not – I think the words you used is the best way to say it. They're ripe for the picking right now. If you're going to beat them, don't let them get another week under their belt of playing together, because every week you let that offensive line play together, they're going to get better.
Yeah, anytime you're having players-only meetings.
Yes.
It's never a good thing.
Well,
it's never a good thing.
I've seen a few come out of that players that are great leaders at the end of the day, a Tim Tebow-led type meeting, when they go in there and get your face and you respect them, then you want to play better. But, yes, if it's just some lip service and we go in there and, guys, we need to do this, that don't change a whole lot.
No. Up against another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
You want the best opportunity to be successful in life. You deserve that opportunity. Well, you just happens to be in our motto, central to you, central to your success. Your future is right now. Don't wait. Make your dreams a reality by enrolling at Central Alabama Community College. Register today at cacc.edu.
Looking for an attorney you can trust for your real estate closings? Wisdom Law Firm at Lake Martin has you covered. Your real estate transactions are fast, convenient, and professional every step of the way. Wisdom Law is certified and licensed by the American Land and Title Association and approved by all local lenders. Visit Wisdom Law Firm at 6366 Highway 49 in Dadeville or at their Auburn location at 2353 Bent Creek Road. No communication concerning a lawyer's legal services shall be published or broadcast unless it contains the following language, which shall be clearly legible or audible as the case may be. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed, and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy Graham and Jim Hardy here with you. About 30 more minutes left in the first hour of tonight's program, and let's go to the phone line. Hey, caller, you're on Sports Blitz Live. You there with us, caller?
I'm not getting anybody off of that.
All right.
Let's try.
Let's try it. Hey, caller, you're on. Are you with us? I don't think. I don't
know why that would be on. Yeah.
Now let's try it. Hey, caller, you're on Sports Blitz Live.
Hey, Andy, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I got a question for you.
All right.
What's all this I hear about Deion Sanders trying to get Nick Saban's job? Do you know anything about that, or?
Well, as far as I know, Nick has not vacated that job, and I don't expect him to. I don't think he's vying for it, but I think all of that's just idle chatter at the moment. You know, Deion Sanders is he is the darling of college football at the moment, and that, you know, he's kind of earned it getting them 3 wins, but I think people need to settle down a little bit and just kind of let all that kind of talk fade away.
Okay. And how did y'all like this Alabama and Auburn game last week? And War Eagle, and have a good night.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, how did you like the South Florida and Alabama game?
You know, I like I said earlier, I think it exposed a lot of things of Alabama where their issues are. They're playing good defense. I'm trying to remember numbers off my top of my head, 1-13 and something else. I saw just played their rear ends off, played great defense.
Right.
But as far as offense, they are exposed now that offensive line as a unit is not playing together yet, and your quarterback play is average at best. They're not there. There is no Bryce Young sitting back there anymore. No Tua. No. You go down the list of all the great ones they've had. There's not one of those back there.
No, that's for sure. It's a little. I mean, Ty Simpson's young. I mean, you know, but clearly that's what I told. That's what I told some of my Alabama friends. I said, look, maybe it's not a lot of solace, but at least you know beyond a shadow of a doubt, Tyler Buckner is not the answer.
No. I think they were because of the offensive coordinator there had prior experience with him. It was a comfortable thing. It's like me and you going to get a blanket. He said, oh, let's pull him in because he knows my offense. He knows what I call. He knows the checkdowns. He did not look comfortable in that game.
No.
He got in there, and there were some balls came out of his hand that didn't have good tight spirals to them. His decision-making wasn't that well. Now, again, some of it is on that offensive line, but otherwise, he didn't look comfortable at all.
No, he did not. Like you mentioned, we were talking I don't know, it was a previous segment during the break. But Alabama's offensive line, that is a big problem. They have struggled protecting the quarterback. Obviously, and you wonder a little bit. To me, it would seem somewhat obvious. I think Jalen Milroe would have. The South Florida game or that kind of opponent is the kind of game that Jalen Milroe would succeed.
Right.
I think he would really thrive in that kind of setup. But they didn't play him a single down in that game.
No, and I almost think that was trying to prove a point. Nick, you know how he does a lot of things through the media, through his talk. He does some actions without talking. I think that was his actions to the rest of the world out there watching. Jalen is our guy. I want to show you what's on the bench, and it ain't there.
Yeah.
So he felt like he could win that game with somebody else, even though it was going to be a poor performance. He wanted them to see, look, Jalen's not as bad as you think he is.
I doubt he thought they were going to be 3-3 at the half.
That's exactly. That's why he went to a new quarterback, because he's thinking, okay, I got to go get Tyson and let him try it.
Yeah. Well, they've got work to do, and hopefully, again, Luke will call in and we'll get his thoughts on it. He certainly pays more attention to Alabama than we do, for sure. But
oh yeah, no, I enjoy the X's and O's in Alabama because he's always been a great strategizer. And his, I mean, think about the guys he's had over the years as OCs, your Kiffins, your Sarks, every day. This is where, if there ever was going to be a time to get Nick, ever noticed that all the people that are getting close to beating him now and have beat him are people that he hired to coach. He taught them how to coach.
Well, and that familiarity, yeah. That's certainly I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, and Lane. Now here's just a personal thought, but it was a scary thing that went on the other day for me. Is at the end of the ball game when Ole Miss had won and he got interviewed by Cole Kublik. Lane is always one of them that's been get your popcorn ready, can't go away to see Nick, all this kind of stuff. He goes, can't wait to get to Alabama. He didn't give us any tweet, any X or whatever.
Are you trying to say
now.
He's growing as a coach?
He's growing, and it's scary to me because he was quiet. He wasn't loud. I think he feels confident in the offense he's got.
He may do it.
If he's
why shouldn't he? Again, they have played well. They're 3-0.
Yeah.
Now that Tulane game was a lot closer than the score indicated, and Tulane was out there starting quarterback. So their defense could still be an issue.
Right.
And I think if Alabama goes back to Milroe, I think they will move the ball, and I think they will score against
I think they better
Ole Miss.
not, because of Kiffin coming out of the same Sark tree of learning how to expose things. Alabama better not let them hang around.
Well, can Jackson Dart make those throws that Quinn Ewers was making?
Some of the throws that Quinn was making, even though they were down the field, they were 10-yard separation on defense. It ain't hard to make a wide-open throw.
That is true.
As I've told you about Peyton, as we learned in this last game, he's come along and developed so much as a quarterback. I don't care if you're open in Sanford or you're open at Texas A&M this week. Open is open. You got to hit the open route.
No question about that. That's
Accuracy.
For sure. Yeah, accuracy. That we've seen that in Auburn quite a bit. But you think about all the quarterbacks that have been at Alabama. You look at the NFL now. It's not hard, but I mean, you knew at some point they were going to miss on a quarterback. Maybe this is that stretch that they're going through. They've seemed to have missed on some offensive linemen that maybe they thought were going to be better than they were. The Brockermeyer twins.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they missed on those guys because they hadn't been able to get on the field. They were 5-star and 4-star guys. So
right.
We'll see how that all comes out. But Alabama and Ole Miss this weekend, that should be a very, very interesting game.
Did you get our question together?
I've got a question. I lied. I'm going to present it in the next segment.
Okay.
Hopefully, but
gotcha.
But when we come back, we'll present that trivia question and continue our discussions about what went on this weekend with Auburn and Alabama. And love to get your thoughts. 256-234-6221. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hey, honey, it's Mom. Just wanted to call and check in, see how everything's going. You'll probably say not to worry. Everything is great. But we miss you. I'll call you back later. How are you? Tell me everything.
Everything's great. I love it here.
This is Joseph Dean with Alabama Funeral Homes. As many of you are aware, we had a fire that significantly damaged our facilities. We are in the process of getting those rebuilt. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused the families that we serve. I want you to know that we are capable of handling all of your needs at Frederick Dean Funeral Home of Opelika, which will be servicing Alabama Funeral Homes families. We can be reached at our same number, 256-896-4502, or by email at joseph@alabamafuneralhomes.com.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy Graham and Jim Hardy here with you up until 9 o'clock this evening. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. Jim's got one ticket, 30 guns, in 30 days. And this is a raffle-type giveaway. There will be a drawing each and every day. For 30 days, you can win a gun each and every day. But obviously, one ticket wins one gun. But certainly that will be something that you'll all be interested in. We're going to throw out a trivia question here in a few minutes, and the first one to call in with that answer can win that ticket. Jim, bouncing around the SEC a little bit, Tennessee and Florida. That was a game that I think surprised a lot of people, me included. Tennessee was expected to go in and kind of run roughshod. Florida had not looked good at all, and all of a sudden you look up and Florida's dominating that game.
That is, from what I saw, I'm a trenches guy and love watching, like I was talking about Alabama getting run through on their offensive line. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 99 on Florida's defense of line. He owned Tennessee's front line. I mean, he was through there all night long. And when you're that disruptive to another team's game plan, it really messes with your consistency in making throws. And, you know, they were – I'm trying to remember the kid's name now. Who's the quarterback over there?
Graham Mertz?
No, the Tennessee.
Oh, Joe Milton.
Milton. I've heard a lot of and read a lot this week that people giving Milton crap and saying that he's not, you know, he's not like they were last year. He's not as good, and he's not. Sometimes I think we put too much on a QB. You're asking them to make throws a lot of times when they're getting pressure that they didn't plan for, you know, before the play started.
I watched a little bit of that. I'm kind of on that same. I don't think Milton is as good as a lot of people thought that he was.
Oh, yeah.
I think that he's got a rocket arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's certainly obvious. And he can make some very spectacular plays. But when it comes down to it, Tennessee's just simply not as good as they were last year.
Well, and you got to understand scheme. It's just like Gus. When Gus came on the scene in Auburn for the first couple years there, people were struggling trying to figure out his Mickey Mouse, you know, high school offense he had going on because that's something they're not used to. Then Tennessee last year, they jump on the scene and they're spreading wide receivers out past the numbers, out past the hash. They're trying to give themselves room to run, and they're trying to make you get one-on-one with them. Well, you give some of these guys that are D coordinators that are making $1 million a year to study up on you, they're going to get better at stopping you.
Oh, yeah. So what do you think about Billy Napier? You know, he comes into Florida, does not go great his first year. They kind of go out to Utah. They look – quite frankly, they just did not look like a well-coached team.
Right.
Going out there. But they come back and, you know, kind of redeemed himself. He said this is kind of a testament to them getting everything in order.
He's another one, like we were talking about off air, a person under the Saban tree. He's always been known as a great recruiter all over the country, that he can go get the good players because that's what he used to do for Nick for years, was go get the best ones and get them in there. He's learned the system. I just think it's in the hurry-up world we're in right now. They want somebody to hurry up and win right now. I think it's what I've told you, almost just said it exactly verbatim, is he's had time to get things moving. Like he wasn't ready for Utah last year. He made their game a little better this year, but I think his 4- and 5-star athletes that he's got in talent-wise over there and some of the ones he's got coming, he's a guy that if you give him a year or two, Florida's going to be scary.
Yeah, he's certainly recruiting extremely well, so that could be definitely something to watch moving forward. South Carolina was at Georgia. They were up 14-3.
Yep.
At the half, and looked like they absolutely were in control of that game. But, you know, Georgia comes out and does what Georgia does. And in the second half, do you think that was just I don't know. Was that more about South Carolina or was that more about Georgia?
I think it was more about Georgia because it's probably one of those games. Everybody has one during the year, like a champion like that. Those are that they overlook somebody, and they probably came in there with the scheme thinking, we'll go do this basic type plays here, and some of the things they tried to do was too basic in that first half, and South Carolina was shutting it down. you have to, this is the SEC, you still have to get creative on how you're going to get Brock Bowers the ball, how you're going to get those running backs in space. They made the adjustments over the halftime to expose South Carolina where their bad areas are on defense, whereas South Carolina didn't do it the other way around. They had them on the ropes, like you said, in the first half. They were doing whatever they wanted to do. In the second half, it's what we used to knock Gus on a lot, that he didn't make halftime adjustments.
Yeah.
I mean, there's teams that get up on people in the first half, but there's the great ones finish them in the second half because you gave them all the data you needed in the first half to go, okay, second half, we know how to beat them and take them out of this ballgame.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break, but before that, wake up the kids, give them a cup of coffee. Trivia question. This is for 30 guns in 30 days. This is a $30 value.
Yep.
You get it for free. First one to call in. Trivia question is, Deion Sanders making waves in college football. They are 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
They travel to Oregon on Saturday. If they win that game, they would be 4-0. When is the last time the Colorado Buffaloes started a season 4-0? The last time the Colorado Buffaloes started a season 4-0. That is the trivia question. First one to call in with the correct answer wins the 30 guns for 30 days. Got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
It's truck season at AHSAA Automotive. New Honda Ridgelines, $349 a month. Ford Rangers, $357 a month. Nissan Frontiers, $379 a month. And Chevrolet Silverados, $399 a month at AHSAA Automotive. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge, engine, powertrain, and more. It's truck season at AHSAA Honda, Tony Serra Ford, Serra Nissan, and Serra Chevrolet.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com. You don't have to ask who, what, or why. Who's Diner is the go-to place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 22 and 280 in Alex City. Who's Diner offers the best meals and the best deals in town. Try our fresh, made-from-scratch pancakes, chicken salad, Philly cheesesteak, or the Who Burger. It doesn't get any better than who? Who's Diner, of course, on the corner of Highway 22 and 280. Who's hungry? The same professionals you've trusted with your urgent care is now your primary health provider, Main Street Family Care. We provide annual physical exams as well as monitoring health conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, and more. All major insurances accepted, Medicaid, Medicare, and have self-pay options to accommodate everyone. See us at Alex City, just across from Walmart. Your care is our primary concern.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
Lewis Pest Control is now serving Alexander City and the entire Lake Martin area. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, Lewis has environmentally safe products for all your pest control needs. Lewis Pest Control.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Let Riverbank and Trust open doors for you. Whether you're purchasing land, a lot by the lake, or building or buying a home, begin with Tallapoosa County's loan experts. They'll guide you through the entire process, providing local decision-making, prompt responses, and the best real estate loan solutions for your unique needs. And in most cases, Riverbank and Trust can close your loan in 30 days or less, and they'll walk by your side every step of the way. It's all just part of the Riverbank and Trust difference. We invite you to experience it for yourself.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Jim here with you, talking about everything going on in the world of college athletics, professional as well, football, baseball, high school football. We're talking about everything. Love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. Got a trivia question out there. First one to call in wins a 30 guns in 30 days, $30 a ticket. You get it for free. This goes for a great cause with the Outdoor Friends Forever organization, so you can go and check them out on their website as well. But trivia question, if Colorado were to beat Oregon this week, they would start out 4-0. When's the last time the Colorado Buffaloes started a season 4-0? Give us a call when you know that, and you can win that ticket.
And throw the number out there to call.
It's 256-234-6221.
All right.
All right, Jim, LSU goes to Mississippi State. Hammers. Boy, the offense for Mississippi State looked bad.
It was
bad.
Reminiscent of an Auburn game for me that Ronnie Daniels went over to Georgia and just dominated. When you got that one-on-one matchup that LSU had on the outside with one of their receivers and Mississippi State's defensive back, he could not stop him. He couldn't. One kid had almost 200 yards, or I think 200 yards receiving, one kid alone.
Really?
Yeah.
It was, Will Rogers was one of the better quarterbacks in the SEC. I mean, he is close. Was or is close to like the all-time completions in SEC history.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna get there.
No.
I mean, he was throwing with Mike Leach. He was throwing 50 times a game. He threw, I think, 18. I think he completed 10 passes.
Yeah, it said it was 11 for 28.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It's just it's hard to watch that. Now LSU's good.
Oh yeah.
Do you think? I mean, Brett was talking about that today. In his opinion, he thinks LSU is national championship worthy. He thinks they are maybe a top 5 team in the country.
Yeah, I think they got their issues like everybody else. I don't know if they're the national champion, but I think they're the guys on the outside of that playoff edge. They could take the next step this year. If they were to beat Saban twice, that would show you that they could get there, but I still got a problem with them winning the Alabama game.
Jim, I think we got a phone call.
All right, let's see.
Hey, caller, you're on Sports Blitz.
Hello?
Hey, are you with us?
Was 2017 Colorado went 4-0?
2017. I don't think that's correct. You still with us?
Yeah, I'm still with you.
Okay.
Yep, 17 was not a correct answer. 2017 was not.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, what were we? Oh, we were talking about LSU and Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Or LSU and Michigan State. Not Michigan State. Mississippi State.
Yes,
I'll get it right
Mississippi
in a second.
State and LSU.
LSU going forward, that looks pretty good.
In Starkville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kansas State travels to Missouri. Missouri gets that one done.
That was impressive.
The thicker kicker gets it done.
Now think about this. I'm one of these that love these weird statistics off the wall.
Right.
The same kid lined up for a 19-yard field goal to beat Auburn University last year and missed it, shanked it. And he goes up and kicks a 61-yarder to win this ballgame.
I mean,
19 and 60 is not even close.
No. I think we got a mute button on there that we should have. We'll let Reed take that one back.
All right.
Let's see.
So you tell me that kicker really recovered himself, didn't he?
Yeah, and the thing about it was they line up for a 56-yard field goal, which you think is going to be hard enough.
Right.
I think they called a timeout and just stand over there on the sideline and wait when they no, I take that back. They grounded it.
Okay.
And they went to the sideline and got a delay of game.
Oh, my Lord.
got a delay of game, and that made it a 61-yard field goal. Now, I mean, good for him because then you got kind of a record.
Yeah.
2017, Colorado opened 3-1.
Oh, wow.
They lost to Washington that fourth game. So, yeah, just
he was
making
close.
sure.
We got one more.
Just
Let's
making
see
sure.
if-
Let's go
see if
for
they
it.
get it.
Caller, you're on Sports Blitz.
Yeah.
Hey, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you got an answer for the trivia question?
Yeah, was it 1990?
Oh, good guess, but no.
Or 91? It was 91.
You only get one guess, but I'll go and say it's not 91 either.
Oh, all right. Well, check again. Call us back.
Hey, caller, you're on Sports Blitz.
Yeah, James. Opelika.
Say what now?
Hey,
Oh,
James
okay,
from Opelika.
James.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, it's 94.
1994, not correct.
That is not
The
correct,
last
James.
time that Colorado went 4-0, not 1994. Hey, caller, you're on Sports Blitz.
Yeah, was it 2020?
2020, no, sir. That is incorrect.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Keep the calls coming. Somebody's
going to get it.
The
You're getting
last
close.
time Colorado started a season 4-0. Some good guesses so far, but not a correct answer quite yet.
All right. We'll keep searching out there because Dion's doing a great thing. I'm going to give him a 20% chance of getting 4-0 this year because Oregon's going to give him all he wants.
Yeah, I would say that for sure.
All right, one more.
Hey, caller, you're on Sports Blitz.
Yeah, 1998.
The man has hit it.
There you go.
1998, Rick Neuheisel.
Who are we speaking with?
Steve Kelly.
Steve Kelly. Well, good.
Steve Kelly, you have got. Are you local here? Are you from? Where are you from?
Montgomery.
So
All right.
Montgomery. Okay. So how do we want to get this ticket to Steve?
Get with Reed on our phone call here and get him to give you or you give him your information. All I need is a phone number or an email. And as soon as the show gets over, I'll get it. And what I'll do is actually take a picture of the ticket. I'll fill it out for you, take a picture of the ticket, and email you or text you a picture of the ticket itself so you don't have to come from Montgomery and get it. Show you for your records, and then I'll put you into the drawing.
Okay, sounds great, man.
All right. Well,
All
just
right.
hold on the line and let Reed fix you up.
All right, thank you all a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So that should be a lot of fun. 30 guns in 30 days, and good luck to Steve. 1998. It has been a minute.
Rick Neuheisel.
Rick Neuheisel. Back, they actually started 4-0. You know, the Gary Barnett had some good years. They actually went to championship. I think they, won the Big 12 championship, but they would always lose one early. Or
what was my favorite from the Cordell Stewart?
Cordell Stewart, yeah, he had the
play some
bomb
ball.
to Westbrook, that 70-yard bomb that beat Michigan.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Now, weren't they, I may have my teams crossed up, weren't they the ones that scored in the end zone, knocked the band player over and all that?
That was Cal Stanford.
Cal, okay.
Yeah, that was
a
Cal
different
Stanford.
one. That's right.
That's good. Now you're going way back to
That's-
1982. But okay, I tell you what, we'll go ahead and just take a break right now. We'll collect ourselves. We'll get Steve's information, and then we'll come back with hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live right after these messages.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling in to Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs discounted up to $9,500 off. The exciting 24 Chevrolet Equinox as low as $369 per month. The popular Chevy Traverse discounted up to $6,000 off.
Get your best price every day at Glenn Smith and Opelika on the lot or online at glennsmith.com. Get ready to smile.
The Alabama Slammer. It's a popular drink at parties, but drink too many and you'll wind up in this Alabama Slammer. And if you drink and drive, get ready for a real Alabama Slammer. If you're involved in a crash where a driver's been drinking, you're 4 times more likely to die.
Drive safe, Alabama.
A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
Hi, this is Jimmy Gorey at Gorey's Furniture. Come join us for the madness of March. Come join us here at Gorey's Furniture. Make a purchase, shoot from the line, 5, 10 to 15. That's % discount off your total ticket. So come join us. Let's have fun. Everyone's a winner. Everyone will save. Come join us for the madness of March, and that's only at Gorey's Furniture.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy Graham and Jim Hardy here with you for one more hour in tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Great time with the trivia question and everything. I should have been a little bit more candid about the 2020 season was kind of it was an obviously screwed up season for everybody. And while technically Colorado was they had some games canceled. So perhaps that, we should have put an asterisk on that one. That was my fault. But if anybody's got an issue with that, you want to call in, maybe we can work something out with you. But 1998 was the year we were looking for. So congratulations to Steve for winning that one.
It was legit first 4 games of the season. Won.
Yeah.
No cancels.
No cancellations. No. Right. All right. So again, the 30 guns for 30 days. That's going to be a lot of fun. And again, if you get an opportunity to go out and buy one of those tickets, they're still available up until September the 28th.
No, yeah, the 28th is going to be the cutoff day.
Okay.
The 29th is the first day of drawing. So if you, like I said, if you're interested, let us know. There's only a few left because we didn't print a lot overall numbers, so we've only got a few of those left. And there's also one spot left in what I was telling you of the mega drawing that, 10 people are going into that drawing of buying 30 tickets in a group, and 2 out of 10 is going to win. So 2 out of 10 is pretty good odds.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad, for sure. We were looking at the SEC games, Jim, as we left off in the previous segment. BYU goes into Arkansas and wins 38-31. I mean, I said it at the beginning of the year, I think when we started making our picks, and we were talking about this before the season even began. I said I thought Arkansas had kind of hit their ceiling with KJ Jefferson, with that coaching staff. They bring in a new offensive coordinator, Dan Enos. They bring in a new defensive coordinator, but it really looks like the same old Arkansas.
Well, the stat that jumps off the page at me, 14 penalties, 125 yards, and 2 turnovers. You give up 14 penalties and 2 turnovers, that's hard to overcome that.
Yeah. Love those old school BYU uniforms.
Oh, yeah. I remember a lot of watching of those guys. Ty Detmer used to throw it all over the field. Wasn't Steve Young used to quarterback them?
The funky QB, Jim McMahon.
Oh, that's right. They've had some great ones.
They really have. They used to be a lot of fun, like you say, big-time offense before big-time offense was cool.
Yeah. I mean, they just like I said, scanning down the stats here, they put something pretty impressive together on Arkansas.
Yeah. I mean, you get outgained 424 yards to 281. You figure you ought to win that game at home.
Right.
But like you say,
2
a couple of turnovers and that many penalties, 2 of 13 on third down, that's what you kind of end up with.
Oh, yeah.
Georgia Tech is at Ole Miss. This game was a lot closer. It kind of got away, got out of hand in the fourth quarter there. But Ole Miss wins that one 48-23. The Haynes King that used to be at Texas A&M, now the quarterback at Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
So didn't really matter all that much. He threw for 307 yards in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But and they, moved the ball consistently against that great Pete Golden defense.
Well, that's again, it's always statistics that you can look at somebody's stat line and jumps off the page. Ole Miss rushed for 300 yards. You do that, you can do anything else you want to do on offense. I mean, you can throw it anywhere you want to throw it. Once you get a team worried about your rush and you can put 300 rushing yards on them, you're going to beat them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No question about that for sure. Vanderbilt, you're anchored down,
Anchored
Luke.
down. I love it.
Luke, Jim, you've been on the or you've been trying to pump up Vanderbilt.
Well, they got a great
while.
coach now that's really given them an opportunity to win. He's getting some kids in there that are better than they've been in the past. He's put himself in a place he's given himself an opportunity to win.
They're revamping the stadium. They're trying to pour some money into the program.
Yeah.
This ain't the way to encourage that, though.
Well, that's what I didn't right understand is you're working on the stadium in the middle of the season. You've congested it down to, 20,000 people?
28,
That ain't no dang football game. Benjamin Russell has that on a Friday night.
Literally, some teams out in Texas have that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, UNLV's not a great team.
It's promising to see them putting up yards and running for stats. If the information was still correct now, and I don't know, I didn't check it this week, but last week Vanderbilt was leading the SEC in passing offense. Like their kid was throwing for like 900-something yards.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
They've got it. It's just what they've had in the past. They can't play defense. You give up 40 to ULV, that kind of shows you the defense ain't there.
Yeah. We'll see. Texas A&M takes it to little Terry Bowden.
That's right.
On the sidelines there for Louisiana Monroe.
He got to
not
come
much
out,
of a matchup.
Got to come out and give one of his old coaches there, Jimbo, that worked for him, a hug. Tell him thanks.
Was he, recruited him? He played quarterback for Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And that relationship has been there for quite a while. And, that was kind of, one of those mentor-mentee relationships. But
so, you got an A&M team coming into or us going down to Auburn. I mean, going down to College Station and playing the ball game, that they're putting up 330, 37 a game and 129 rushing. Now, a little bit of that is padded because you put some of it on from ULM.
Yeah.
But I saw some encouraging things for them in the Miami game that they played them tough. They just, to me, there's a few questions marks in A&M's secondary. The secondary is where we could expose them and really put up some numbers if we can get Hughes' offense, that the reads that he's wanting Peyton to make, he's got to make those reads.
It seemed like play after play after play the Miami was making through the air.
Yeah, correct.
Against Texas A&M. And you see that they've taken care of business against the teams they were supposed to.
That's right.
Much the same as Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn took care of business against the teams they were supposed to. We've each played one quote-unquote real team.
Mm-hmm.
If Miami and California played, I'd pick Miami to win.
Oh, yeah.
But so, you know, that certainly is a challenge. Now, giving up 48 to Miami, that kind of opened my eyes a little bit. They did not look like a defense full of 4- and 5-star guys.
Yeah, it's the exposure of that secondary. I think their corners are not as good as they want them to be. That safety's not that strong. If Auburn is going to win the football game, I think that's where they win it. Peyton's got to go 250 to 300 yards in the ball game. If he throws for 250 plus, Auburn win.
Yeah. Well, Kentucky gets it done against Akron. Kentucky, again, they just kind of plug along. They never look overly impressive, but yet they just continue to win football games.
That's right.
That's all that Mark Stoops, kind of ever does. They're one of those few teams that are still left undefeated in the SEC. Of course, again, I think they actually get Vandy this week, so chances are they're going to start out 1-0 in the league.
Well, where is that at? Is that in Lexington?
I think it may be in Vanderbilt.
Oh, really? So let's see. I mean, yet again, that massive stadium of 20,000 people is about to come into play. That's not a home game atmosphere.
You know what the correct answer was to that question was? It doesn't matter.
I don't know, Andy. You got to anchor down sometimes and just believe you can beat a Wildcat.
Well, we'll see what they can do for sure. But
don't be surprised if
it's going to be a lot
closer than you think.
With Auburn?
No, with Vandy.
With Vandy, Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah, well,
everybody wants to overlook them.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
That Auburn does not go up there and make a fool of themselves later this year. Got to take another break here on Sports Blitz Live, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Talladega Outdoors in Talladega is your authorized Kawasaki sale and service center. Your home for Bad Boy mowers and Kimco scooters, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. Rather for hunting, land management, or recreation, they have the ride for you. But they are also everything outdoor with full lines of accessories and is now your Ariat workwear and boot store, along with kayaks and outdoor accessories. Talladega Outdoor, Highway 21 in Talladega. Everything outdoor and Alabama's #1 Kawasaki dealer.
Life is a sequence of little successes. The story of my Southern Union success began the day I walked on campus, making new friends, mastering a new skill, reaching a personal goal, the encore performance, the first date, the internship, and now, soon, the dream job. That's the story of my Southern Union success. Register for classes and get ready to watch your Southern Union story come to life.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City.
They say we live in an age of big data, where computers and fancy algorithms are supposed to know you best. But at Country Financial, we know helping you own your future requires, well, something much bigger. Contact your local Country Financial representative and start planning for your future with a personal touch.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. The new full-size GMC Sierra 4x4 Crew Cab discounted up to $12,000 off. The popular GMC Terrain up to $6,500 off. Shop online anytime at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com. Plus, no payments till 2024 at Glenn Smith GMC.
Over 250 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Jim here with you. About 45 more minutes left in tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. It's been a fun show so far. Love to hear from you, 256-234-6221. What did you think about the Auburn-Sanford game? What did you think about the Alabama-South Florida game? And what are your thoughts on the upcoming games this weekend? It should be a fun upcoming week in college football, especially in the SEC. There are some interesting conference games, but there are some games out of conference that I think a lot of people are going to have some interest in. We mentioned one of them, Colorado going to Oregon. Obviously, Bo Nix there at Oregon. He has done quite a bit better there in Eugene, at least his statistics. Anyway, they haven't won anything. But
you got a conference that plays a little less defense than the SEC plays.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the greatest of settings when he was at Auburn. His offensive line wasn't that great. He's got good protection now. Got some good weapons to throw to. I mean, overall, that is a much better fit for him than where he was when he was at Auburn.
Colorado 3-0. They, squeaked by Colorado State. Needed overtime to win that game, but Colorado State, I think, was a 17-point underdog.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a considerable line. Well, you turn around now. Oregon is a 21-point favorite in this one.
I can see it because of multiple things. One is you're on the road. They typically, in those betting things, they give you 6 to 7 points just for being on the road. And if you're going to take it, their number one player on offense and defense for Colorado will not play Saturday.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Travis Hunter down.
Yeah.
Really a kind of a cheap shot.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
sad.
actually saw a press conference today from Deion. He addressed that. He was a man about the whole thing, and he said the kid was playing hard. The kid was trying to do he said this is the way he worded it was, whether it was intentional or not, there's no excuse for people calling Colorado and getting on his social media and giving him death threats and trying to say they were going to kill him.
Yeah,
that he didn't make the kind of hit to kill somebody. Now, maybe did he make an aggressive hit? It looked like to me it was a little late and he was already headed that direction, so his momentum was going him that way. But to me, you could have took a half a step and pulled up just a hair. You're still going to hit him, but you didn't have to hit him as hard.
Right.
Now, but it doesn't, like Deion said, it does not warrant death threats.
Nah, I would say no. It's just football. Yeah. I think we got a phone call. Let's go to it. Hey, caller, you're on Sports Blitz Live.
Hey, guys, it's Luke.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Oh, just doing ducky, I guess, after a big win this weekend, huh?
Hey, well, I thought about you when that was going on, but Alabama wins 17-3. Somebody told me, said, well, at least we found our quarterback, Ty Simpson. I said, really?
No, actually, the quarterback will be Jalen Milroe, and Nick Saban has announced that. And, I'm on board with it. I'm on board with, at this point, let's pick somebody and roll with it. I do get the sense that last week Jalen Milroe maybe didn't necessarily handle the idea that it was an open competition again all too terribly well. And perhaps this was sort of a non-suspension suspension, maybe. And it was against an opponent that Alabama obviously could dominate, essentially. And defensively, at least, they did. I mean, South Florida really only came close to scoring once, and they did because of a muff punt. Otherwise, the defense did a fantastic job because South Florida's pretty inept on offense. And but the problem was it seemed like the entire offense and actually for the course of some of the games, some of the defense just sort of slept-walked. And it was a very weird game. You had that long delay because of weather. It's a place, obviously, Alabama's not normally going to travel to a G5 school and play, and it comes right off the heels of the Texas loss. And I frankly was hoping to see a rejuvenated team, and I saw quite the opposite. And it's frightening to think about how this season could turn very quickly, because I think Alabama's got enough talent to do a lot of things in a big way. And especially this year, where it doesn't look like there's – I mean, I don't know – I haven't seen anybody in college football that I go, hey, that looks like a team that could beat, Georgia from last year, or Bama from 2020, or LSU from 2019. I haven't seen anybody like that at all. In fact, nobody close. And so it's a shame if Alabama's going to miss an opportunity in a year like this that appears to be pretty down overall in terms of quality for college football.
Well, Luke, here's a question I got for you. You've probably watched the same game I've watched and seen how this line has really not gelled well together just yet. You got a freshman that's getting beat pretty regular. I know your best offensive lineman was out Saturday. Can you expand on a little bit what I'm seeing? I'm seeing that when you're getting these blitzes from all over, from your corners, from your safeties, Alabama or Milroe or whoever the quarterback in is at the moment is not exposing that other team. When you're going to put that many people up on the line, you got to make them pay for it.
There's no doubt about it, and I think that's the problem. Is Milroe is very good when it comes to running the football. Milroe has a pretty good deep ball. His short and intermediate passing game just isn't great. And if Tua Tagovailoa or Bryce Young were on this particular team, I think that you wouldn't see anybody blitzing like that, or even Mac Jones. I mean, those are guys that can throw the slant, throw it very quickly, and get it before anybody gets in place and never get touched. And then you see things like, I remember in 2019, Devontae Smith had such a huge game against Ole Miss, and his first touchdown was a quick slant that just went for the touchdown about 80 yards. So I don't know that Alabama's got the quarterback that can make that throw, and I don't know that they've got the wide receiver that can make that kind of play. And so it's just a weird combo this year, and the offensive line is certainly an Achilles heel right now. And one thing, as an Alabama fan, certainly, you hope for the best, but at this point in the year, we're talking about it's about to be game 4, and the offensive line is not gelled. So people are beginning to find out what you are. And I'm not saying that things can't turn around, that the team can improve or anything, but I'm one of those that is less all about a players-only meeting. Whenever players-only meetings to me are like we need to talk in a relationship. That it sounds like it's something that may be helpful, but in the end, the tragedy usually comes right after. Like, whenever you hear we need to talk, it's never like we need to talk about how awesome everything is. No, we need to talk because I'm leaving you. And that's what worries me. And, Tyler Booker wasn't at the South Florida game. Alabama's missing a few players, South Florida game. Okay, that didn't matter. And frankly, they were missing Jalen Milroe. And if Jalen Milroe had played, I think Alabama would have won a little bit bigger, surely. But would they have covered the spread? I don't think so. And so this game against Ole Miss, I mean, look, what Lane Kiffin is doing, he's trying to poke the bear a little bit, and he's taking advice from Sun Tzu, where if your opponent is upset, agitate him. And that will that's the art of war. And what that does is it makes it so that you're focused on something else rather than the game. And I think that's what Lane Kiffin's trying to do, play some mind games. And kudos to him. I mean, try and get any advantage you want or any advantage you can. And, we'll see. It's going to be a very difficult game because I'll tell you something. If I'm Ole Miss or I'm Texas A&M, those are two teams from the West that have never been to the SEC championship game. If they can't get this year, when you look around the West and go, Alabama's vulnerable. LSU, while they're very good, they're still vulnerable. And then, it's Mississippi State is not very good. Auburn's obviously got their own issues. Arkansas, they just lost to BYU at home, having 2 double-digit leads 2 times. Those 2 teams ought to be licking their chops right now. They have a shot, and it starts for Ole Miss this Saturday if they want to go to Atlanta to play for the title.
Well, you talked about that, and we'll let you go with this one. Alabama's got a lot of talent on this team, and they could turn this around to have a good season. But there's also another road where the wheels come off. Is the turning point or the Y in the road this Saturday?
I think it could be. I mean, look, if Alabama were to lose this Saturday, it'd be 2-2. Frankly, I don't think that's happened under Saban, period. And it would be, I think you'd have a hard time getting this group to stay focused the rest of the year. I really believe that. Look, I was trying my best on Twitter to get the coaches to listen to me. It's probably a good thing they don't. But my argument on Saturday was put Justice Haynes in, put anybody in. That's a freshman. Put Keon Keeley. I don't know. I'm just throwing out names. Put somebody in that'll interject some B12 to this team because they look completely lethargic. And I know that they've said, hey, we're upset, we're taking it seriously, blah, blah, blah. Well, I've already heard all that before. So unless I see a rejuvenated team Saturday, it's going to be very difficult for me to believe.
Appreciate the call, Luke. Be safe.
All right, guys, have a good one.
You too. Got to take another break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Sports Blitz Live right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Planting season is here, and the Potting Shed Garden Center is happy to give you professional landscaping advice when it comes to planting your shrubs and trees. Auburn's best kept secret will have it all this fall. Mums, pansies, pumpkins, and much more. All an array of colors and sizes along with beautiful pots and containers, indoor plants, and a great selection of other gardening gifts. It's all at the Potting Shed Garden Shop, where natural elements reign supreme. Located on the corner of Moore's Mill and Society Hill Road in Auburn.
Have you stopped by Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store lately? If you haven't, you should. You'll find great pieces for your favorite do-it-yourself project. Lightly used name brand clothing by Free People, North Face, Matilda Jane, Patagonia, and a whole lot more. And while you're there, don't miss the shoes, decorative pieces, classic and new books, and Auburn and Alabama gear that won't cost you a fortune. So stop and shop at Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store today for a unique thrift experience that won't break the budget. Lifesavers Mission Thrift, located on East University behind Zaxby's.
Lake Area Realty specializes in Lake Martin real estate. They can help simplify your next real estate purchase or sell and have helped many home buyers and sellers through the area buy and sell real estate with precision. Lake Area Realty utilizes powerful marketing tools and knowledge of the lake to help you with your next move. Call your local hometown agency today, Lake Area Realty, at 256-825-4800. That's 256-825-4800. Lake Area Realty, helping you find your way home.
Hi, this is Andrew McGreer at Dunning Roofing. At Dunning Roofing, we specialize in high-quality, premium roofs. We don't build roofs that just meet code requirements. We build quality roofs with premium materials that significantly exceed our competitors' warranties. We put money on your roof, not in our pockets. If you're looking for a top-quality roof, call Dunning Roofing today for your free quote at 256-307-7601 or visit us at DunningRoofingAL.com for more information.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Jim here with you. Only about 30 more minutes left in tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call and let us know what's on your mind. Our old pal Gus Malzahn headed to Kansas State this weekend. The Fighting Malzahns are 3-0. Kansas State just got beat by Missouri, so they may be a little depressed. They may, who knows, maybe a good opportunity for Central Florida to sneak in there. This is a classic Big 12 matchup, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Central Florida now in the Big 12, but Kansas State 4.5-point favorite. Who you like in this one?
I'm probably going to go with Gussie.
Going for the upset.
He's still got a good quarterback I like down there.
Yeah.
I'm saying Gussie's going to come out with some little trickery, a little sugar.
You know there'll be some trickery in there for sure.
Kansas State is, as you said, licking some wounds.
Yeah.
So I think they're primed for another upset there. We're really, 4 points is not really a big upset. But
No,
it's an upset.
it's not. I mean, Kansas State, they'll either come out one way or the other. Either they'll come out still and let Missouri beat them twice, or they'll come out mad and they'll stomp a mud hole in the Black Knights. We will find out one way or the other.
Yep.
I think I'll probably go with Kansas State on that one.
Oh, come on.
Number 14, Oregon, 3-0, is a 3-point favorite on the road at number 21, Washington State. I guess what? The only two teams that don't have a home, right?
Yeah.
In
true.
the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
They're both 3-0. 3-point line here. This actually would be
pretty good,
pretty entertaining game. I would imagine.
I mean, you're talking about Beavers and Cougars here.
Yeah. I'm taking Cougar. I mean, if you're going that route.
Right. Well.
But I don't know. Those Beavers are great engineers.
Well, that's true. They can chop down an offense really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm let's see, we're at Washington State. I wish Leach was still there because I'd be all over that if Leach was in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Oregon State here.
Yeah, they are have played extremely well last year and to the start of the season this year. So I'm probably with you there. I would probably take Oregon State as well. That one's 6 o'clock on Fox. Mississippi State, can they gather? Gird up their loins a little bit and try to head to South Carolina. South Carolina coming off the loss to Georgia, 1-2 on the season. Gamecocks a 6-point favorite. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's all Gamecocks. I think what you've already stated earlier in the show, Mississippi State's offense is not what it was.
Mississippi State. Yeah.
I just can't go against South Carolina playing at home. Some special teams plays that obviously a Beamer is going to throw in there. I say they win that one.
Yeah, I like South Carolina in that one too. Probably big.
I don't know that the offense I saw the other day out of what they put up on Georgia, I don't know that I could use the word big, but I think they think they cover the 6.
That one's 6:30 on the SEC Network. Arkansas 2-1, coming off a loss to BYU at LSU. LSU 17.5.
Now there's your
The
big.
question is does LSU cover, I guess?
Yes. LSU.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Arkansas has just took one on the chin that they didn't think they were going to lose to BYU. Now they got to go on the road in Death Valley on what are we talking here? 6 p.m.
Yeah,
Going to have a lot of
it's
drunk
gone.
Cajuns by the time that thing gets going. It's going to be rocking down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they cover and run away with it.
I think you're probably right. I'm not sure. I'm going to say, they don't cover. I'm going to say LSU wins, but
okay.
I'm going to say Arkansas sneaky. It seems like this game, I don't know, for some reason, Arkansas gives LSU problems. But I could I could see that.
Jeremy goes with us on Mississippi State. He said Mississippi State wins 34-27.
Over South Carolina?
Over South Carolina. In Cockyville.
Okay. Well, that'd be a big win for them, for sure.
That's
Zach Arnett could get his first SEC win.
A statement maker.
Yeah, that would be that for sure. Boy, could you imagine South Carolina starting out 1-3? the Beamer ball.
Beamer making all his funny social media stuff out there, dancing and doing stuff with the recruits. It'd be hard to dance at 1 and 3.
Yeah, it would. And that might change some ideas. Number 22, UCLA is undefeated. At number 11, Utah, who is undefeated at 3-0. 4.5 is the line there for Utah. UCLA can the Fighting Chip Kellys.
That's what I used to love watching him when he was with Oregon and put up all those points.
They were a lot of fun.
They put up some yards in a hurry. And it's at Utah. Is Utah starting quarterback now back in full shape and ready to go?
Cam Rising, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
to be
that would be the key to me. If Cam is playing because of his consistency and maturity within the offense, I say they cover that. If Cam is not playing, then I'm going UCLA pulling the upset.
Okay. Every time I think, UCLA has done this a couple of times over the last several years, and they win several games to start a year, and I think, well, hey, he's finally got it going a little bit there, and they actually may be doing something, and then they hit a brick wall. So I'm with you. I think that's a pretty good analysis. I'll take that. If Rising plays and finishes the game, I'll take Utah. If not, I'm taking UCLA. We got to take another break here on Sports Blitz Live, but don't you go anywhere. We'll come back and we'll round out these final games in the SEC and take your phone calls, 256-234-6221. We'll be back with more right after this.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Have you met your local Farmers Insurance agent, Patrick Holina? He proudly serves Tallapoosa County and Alexander City families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call the Holina Agency at 256-234-0037 or stop in today at 704 Commerce Drive to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's the Holina Agency, 256-234-0037.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The food at Oscar's Cafe makes your mouth water. At Oscar's, enjoy great tasting catfish, or maybe you're just in the mood for one of Oscar's fresh salads. Even kids know the place for a fine meal is Oscar's with a great kids menu. Oscar's also has great tasting burgers full of backyard flavor. So come on out to Oscar's Cafe for great food and homegrown hospitality. We're located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, just before the Blue Creek Bridge. And remember, it's all fun and games till there's only one cheese ball left.
Life is a sequence of little successes. The story of my Southern Union success began the day I walked on campus, making new friends, mastering a new skill, reaching a personal goal, the encore performance, the first date, the internship, and now, soon, the dream job. That's the story of my Southern Union success. Register for classes and get ready to watch your Southern Union story come to life.
Let Riverbank and Trust open doors for you. Whether you're purchasing land, a lot by the lake, or building or buying a home, begin with Tallapoosa County's loan experts. They'll guide you through the entire process, providing local decision-making, prompt responses, and the best real estate loan solutions for your unique needs. And in most cases, Riverbank and Trust can close your loan in 30 days or less, and they'll walk by your side every step of the way. It's all just part of the Riverbank and Trust difference. We invite you to experience it for yourself.
Lake Area Realty specializes in Lake Martin real estate. They can help simplify your next real estate purchase or sell and have helped many home buyers and sellers through the area buy and sell real estate with precision. Lake Area Realty utilizes powerful marketing tools and knowledge of the lake to help you with your next move. Call your local hometown agency today, Lake Area Realty, at 256-825-4800. That's 256-825-4800. Lake Area Realty, helping you find your way home.
welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Jim here with you. Only a couple more segments left in tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. One correction.
Yes, Jerome, I apologize. I was like looking at my phone at a distance, squinting my eyes, and I thought it was Jeremy, so I apologize to that. Jerome is very good contact on this show and talks a lot and asks a lot of questions, so we really appreciate that.
Picking an upset, Mississippi State. Is that
yeah, that's still, I mean, maybe that's why I said Jeremy, because I was so surprised that somebody would pick the Bulldogs.
Hey, you got to watch those people from Lafayette. They
yeah, that's a Bulldog going into a bird-type atmosphere over there with, what is that song they do, Sandman over there, that they jump the crowd with?
I think that's right.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'd find it hard for them Bulldogs to go in there and pull that one off.
We'll see. Some more of these games, Jim. These are some very interesting ones here. 3 out of conference. Florida State, 3-0, number 4 in the country, at Clemson. Clemson 2-1. Obviously, had lost to Duke earlier in the year. Unranked Clemson.
Yeah.
This one 11 o'clock on ABC. Florida State is a 2.5-point favorite going into Clemson.
Would you have ever thought, sitting here today, of all the stuff that Dabo has run through that program and being in these, playing in the national titles, being in the top 3 or 4 every year, you'd be looking at a piece of paper that Dabo is unranked and Alabama is almost outside. They're like 14th or 15th in the nation.
It's, yeah.
I think, just a gut feeling, but I think we're about to look at a crazy year of things go on that you're not expecting.
We're headed that way.
Yeah.
And like Luke was talking about, I mean, you look around the country and, I mean, I couldn't tell you who's the favorite to win it all. I think usually there are like 10 teams that can win it, maybe 5 teams that can win it.
Yeah.
This year, they may be 20 teams that can win it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of teams that you put up there on a pedestal already that are playing games that show you they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia even put themselves in that category this week, looking like they're beatable.
They like when Rocky, punched the Russian and he cut him.
He cut him.
He bleeds. He's not a machine. So who you like, Florida State?
Oh, absolutely.
They go in there and roll?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think 2.5's low.
Oh, that's low. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. I don't know unless these guys, obviously these people making these bets, they want you, the theory is behind putting a bet out there, they want the money on the right sides of it so they don't lose as much, and when they win their side, they want to win big. So they're trying to get a bunch of people to put money on Florida State.
And, people are scared because Florida State messed around and only beat Boston College by 2.
Right.
That was a classic look ahead.
Right.
For them. And,
I think you're most definitely looking at if
they'll be ready to play this
right.
go around.
They're going to win more than 2.5.
Yeah. Number 19, Colorado, 3-0. Could go 4-0. Last time they went 4-0 in a traditional full season. 1998.
1998.
1998. 98.
Yeah. With a asterisk in there of 2020.
Yeah, no, in a full season.
Yes.
In a full season. They started 4-0.
I just can't. I mean, we talked about it off the air. Your number 1 player on offense and defense, a two-way player, has a lacerated liver that's going to be out 4 weeks. You don't want to go play in Eugene, Oregon against one of the best teams in the country with your number 1 player missing.
Well, with all due respect to Mr. Hunter, their number 1 player is Shedeur Sanders.
Well,
to me,
I would say on offense,
you can't.
I'll give you that.
They're not going to win a game without him. They could win one of the first 3 with Travis Hunter, but without Sanders, they're not winning any of them.
He is definitely, well, let's put it this way. When Hunter's in the ball game, he's one of Shedeur's favorite targets.
It's true.
He's making catches that Shane Hook should be making in Auburn's side of the things.
Traveling to Oregon 3-0. Oregon is a 3-touchdown favorite.
Yes.
I'm going to say there's no way they cover.
Yeah, I'm thinking Colorado is too good, and they got too good of coaches as far as scheme-wise goes because they got a lot of professional coaches on that staff that Dion has assembled a great staff. I'm going to say Oregon wins, but they win by 14, not 21.
Okay.
They don't run away with it.
I think that's about right. 2:30 on ABC.
Yeah.
How about this one? Number 6, Ohio State, 3-0, is a 3-point favorite going to Notre Dame, the number 9 team. A top 10 matchup here. Notre Dame actually 4-0 because they played that early one against Navy in Ireland.
Here's your checkbook game. Get your checkbook out.
Okay.
Write the check. Go ahead and bet. Notre Dame will win this football game.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Win this football game in Notre Dame, in South Bend.
Yeah, it's in South Bend
at 6:30 in the evening.
Ohio State has not been impressive this year.
I get it. They got Marvin Harrison, what is junior over there, one of the greatest players in the country, but their quarterback play has not been up to par of what it's been in years past. I'm telling you, this, like, we're starting off down that road of going to be a wacky year. Here's where this is another one.
Mark it down.
Notre Dame.
Go ahead and send the check in.
Go ahead and buy you a box of the Lucky Charm cereal because the little green clover is about to come out.
All right. You heard it here.
Mm-hmm.
Send your complaints care of this station.
Not complaints.
Jim,
send us a portion of your profits when you win.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. Okay. Ole Miss, number 15 team in the country, is at number 13 Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this one with Luke. How do you see this one playing out?
There's a lot of what he said. A lot of prognosticators are wanting to lean in that Ole Miss direction just because of Alabama playing such a sloppy game. But I'm going to say you're in Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
What I've seen so far of their mistakes are correctable mistakes. You got the greatest coach in the country that I believe. He taught all these other guys that are doing so well as coaches in the country. He taught the one that he or was on his staff, the one he's about to play. I say they win, and I say they cover. I think it's going to be a 10-point win with Jalen Milroe at your quarterback.
Again, I go back and I look and I say, when Ole Miss plays Alabama, normally I just say I give Alabama the benefit of the doubt, no matter how they've been playing. But I'm just looking at this and I'm saying, okay, I've watched Alabama play this year. I've watched Ole Miss play a little bit this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick Ole Miss. I think they go in there and win the game, just because I just don't think Alabama's playing well enough to win. If Milroe comes out and plays fantastic and and runs for 2 touchdowns and throws for 3 like he did the first game, then maybe they can turn it around and it'll all be good. But there's a lot. Pete Golden's coming back. He knows those guys.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously knows the schemes and the calls and all that. So Saban's going to have to change a few of the calls because he would know what they're calling out on some of their plays. But at the end of the day, I think, like I said, you'll know it up front. If Alabama, they've seen it now for 3 weeks, everybody blitz in every direction they can come because they knew they could get to that offensive line. Alabama's seen it all now.
Yeah.
This is the pivotal game, like they talk about the Y in the road. If Alabama picks this one up, I think they start on their little journey of winning, having a 10-win season. If they lose it, we can go back to what Luke talked about. The wheels are coming off.
Wheels falling off.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. 2:30 on CBS. That should be a good one. And Auburn is at Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M 7.5.
I want to, because I'm a diehard graduated from Eagle. I want to so bad with my orange and blue glasses to pick Auburn. I just, at the moment in time, I can't see it because it's Texas A&M has got a few better players at the skill positions. Up front, they're better than us on both sides of the ball. The only way is this thing's going to happen is Thorne has a great passing game. If he can pass on their defense and get him 250 to 300 yards passing, that's going to open up that run game a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's Auburn's avenue to win the ball game on the road. But right now, if I had to lay $1 on it, I'm going A&M.
I said Auburn would be fortunate to go 1-2 in the next 3 games.
Right.
If they're going to win one, this is going to be
This is it. Now, see,
Texas A&M doesn't run the ball well.
I'm on a different train with you because I'm thinking that the following week is when Auburn University picks up their win.
I'll take that. But A&M does not run the ball well. Auburn can, if they can contain that. I love our secondary.
Right.
I think we're kind of ball hawkish there this year. So I'm looking for a couple of 3 turnovers for Auburn, and I'm looking to us to limit ours to 1 turnover. Looking for Peyton Thorne to have a good game, and I'm looking for it to be close. But look, I mean, you know, this is that game that's going to tell the tale. So I'm gonna roll with Auburn right now, and it's a lack of belief in Texas A&M as much as it is a belief in Auburn. But I may be proven wrong, and I'm certainly I'm not saying that, you know, this is a slam dunk by any means.
Right.
We'll see. I'll go with Auburn at the moment. I may change my mind by Friday. We'll see. Got to take a break. We'll be back with one final segment of Sports Blitz Live right after this.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
This fall, nobody beats Martin's Sports Pub for Lake Martin's best sports experience. Martin's all-star lineup of cold beverages and pub fare food can't be beat, with the region's best wings, burgers, and signature dishes. At Martin's, you always have the best seat in the house for all college and NFL on our multiple 360 view TV and huge projection screen with surround sound. See our pigskin square board weekly to win big money and let our all-pro teams serve it all to you at the place we all win. Martin's, Highway 34, Dadeville. Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
At Russell Medical, we're proud of our exceptional nurses, like Nurse Brandy Worthy. Brandy represents the selfless, compassionate clinical leader patients expect and coworkers admire. Brandy was recently honored with the Nightingale Award for Nursing Excellence for her high standards, sound judgment, and caring manner. Her passion for her profession inspires us all.
Being a nurse is not just what you do, it's who you are. I'm proud to be a part of the nursing team at Russell Medical. We are the link between all hospital services, providing you with exceptional, personalized care.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours. Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live, the final segment on this Tuesday evening. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. I appreciate Jim filling in for us tonight. Done a fantastic job, as always. And, be sure again, tell them one final time where they can get a 30 guns for
absolutely
30 days ticket.
Yeah, 30 for 30 days. If you guys have been watching or need to be reminded, there's 8 days left to go to get one. OutdoorFriendsForever.com and OutdoorFriendsForever.org. Both of the leads you to the button. It's up there on the top, says donate. You hit the donate button. You donate $30 to our organization, and we send you a ticket. Again, you're not buying it, you're just donating, and we're giving you a ticket because we're a nonprofit organization. No employees, nobody makes anything. All this money goes back into the child. When they come fishing with us, they get a fishing rod and a tackle box and fishing lures and shirts and hats. And same thing with getting outdoors on hunting. We give them camouflage. If they want to grow a garden, we've raised money for kids to be able to build raised bed garden boxes where it would be up a little higher, so when they sit in their chair, they can reach over the side and garden. You know, we try to be open and in for anything that a child needs some help with. Right here locally in Alexander City, there's a thing called a Wild Bean Cafe that the high school has started that has special needs, that run their own cafeteria where they're selling cakes and cookies and coffee and all that type of stuff, and we spent money and sponsored them and helped them buy a lot of their display cases, some cash register and stuff that they're using there to help their business get going. So you're going to be donating to a great thing. We love helping the special kids out because that's what I call them. A lot of people want to name them special needs, but I think we all got needs. I just think they're special kids.
Sounds great. And you can donate to Outdoor Friends Forever even without the ticket.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we like all the things I just mentioned.
Take all donations all the time, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I take time donations, all the things I just mentioned. If you're a guy that loves to fish, look us up on the website and find what day we're going fishing and come fish with us. You know, we would love, the kids love it. They want to have friends out there to talk to just like everybody else.
Just got a couple more minutes. Jim, happy birthday today, Tricia Yearwood. Born on this day, 1964, now married to Garth Brooks.
Oh, wow.
I believe.
That's correct.
Walk Away Joe.
Yeah.
Duet she did with Don Henley.
Mm-hmm.
She's in love with the boy.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually probably politically incorrect now. But
well, I won't say.
How Do I Live?
Yeah.
That was the one from Armageddon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The soundtrack.
I believe you're correct.
X's and O's.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
She ties her hair up in ribbons and bows.
Bows. I love that one too.
And that's what I think about you.
Yep.
Can you rank those songs in your opinion, Jim Hardy?
I mean, I'm a country person, and I loved listening to those songs back in the day when they were all big hits. I'm gonna say we're gonna go number one for me would be "She's in Love with the Boy."
Yeah. Very kitschy.
Yep. I'm gonna say "Walk Away Joe" is second. That's What I Like About You. How Do I Live? And then X's and O's being the last.
All right. I might go Walk Away Joe number one.
Well, I can't argue that.
It's a pretty good one.
That's a heck of a song there.
Not bad. Not bad. One final one, Bill Medley. One half of the Righteous Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
1940, he was born on this day and still getting it done. Bill Medley.
He's kicking, buddy. 80.
You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling, made famous by Top Gun.
How could you not go with that?
That's good. Unchained Melody from Ghost.
Right.
The soundtrack of Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Time of My Life from the soundtrack of Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Great movies to accompany these, by the way. Soul and Inspiration. You're my soul and my high inspiration. And I just threw this one in there. Friday night's a great night for football. If you've ever seen The Last Boy Scout, he actually did it. It's kind of a spoof of Monday Night Football, but it's a real song as well. You're right, though. You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling. That's a
runaway train right there, buddy.
Yeah, everybody's fighting for
when he stands up in that bar and sings to what's her name?
Kelly McGillis.
Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you? I mean, I almost wanted to walk up and talk to him after that.
This is true. This is true. Yeah. Never. I don't think I've ever seen that actually done. All the time I spent in college.
Maybe you should do it.
Maybe that is a.
Well, since we're on the subject, give me the thoughts of Maverick. What did you think about the new version of Top Gun?
I told everybody it was going to be great.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah, I loved it.
I thought it was really, really good. Yeah. Everything. I mean, it just loved the way that the story was told, and I thought it was. I don't know if they could have done it better. Really.
No, they covered all their bases with how that story portrayed out. I loved it that they brought Ice back in, and he was in the position he was to give Maverick some coaching and do it the right way. I thought if you were a younger generation and you didn't know what Top Gun was, you got a great exposure to it out of that film.
No question about it.
Yeah.
It's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. He's Jim Hardy. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.